Hello, and welcome to another interview in our series Curated, where we'll be talking with gallery owners and directors within the Charleston Gallery Association. My name is Grace, and I'm an intern for the CGA along with my colleague Bren. We're excited to be in Meyer Vogl Gallery today with gallery director and co owner Katie. Thank you for speaking with us today.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start off by talking about what brought you to Charleston and inspired you to open and work in Meyer Vogel?
Well, I actually grew up in Charleston. I was born here. I did leave for college in my 20s. I came back when I was 29. I had not been previously working in the arts industry. Actually, I was in editorial, but I grew up with an artist for a mother, actually, Lori Meyer, whose work is behind me now. Um, and just always had the bug for helping her out with all her art shows. She used to set up at like the Piccolo Spoleto Festival here in Charleston, and I would help her. I started getting involved with any kind of like art fundraiser I could with her, and just really had the bug. So when I moved back to Charleston at 29, I started working in art galleries around town, and I guess I had said to my mom from when I was young, like, we should open an art gallery together one day. And this space became available, and we decided to jump on it. And now it's been almost 10 years. So that's how I ended up here.
I love that. Why do you think Charleston is such a special place for artists and galleries?
Good question. Growing up here, art has always been, for as long as I've known, a part of Charleston's DNA for sure. It's a creative place. I think creative people are drawn to Charleston, and I mean, it's such a beautiful place. It's inspiring. And the more creative people who are here draws more and more creative people here. So growing up, I grew up with my mother being an artist, but also all of her friends were artists. So I really got to see what the art community was like um, 30 years ago. And it is really exciting to see how it keeps growing and growing. Like there's no end in sight for the art community and industry in Charleston. Um, it's been really exciting, even in the past 10 years since we opened Meyer Vogl Gallery, to see what kind of galleries are opening. More and more diverse types of art are coming here. And people travel here from all over the country, all over the world, to see art. And it's a great community. One of my favorite things about the art community in Charleston is how we're all friends. So there's not a lot of competition. Someone comes in the gallery and is looking for a particular piece. There's a lot of like, oh, I don't think you're going to find that here, but you should go to this gallery. We're all friends, and that's, I think, really important part of it.
Yeah, definitely. What would you say that this gallery's focus is in particular?
Huh. Well, the funny thing is we kind of like to say we don't have a focus. We just have art we love.
I like that.
We represent about 25 artists, and truly it's just artists we love, artists that excite us. We have emerging artists. We've got contemporary artists. We've got traditional artists. We've got like world known master painters. So we just have artists we love. It's kind of like when I say we, it's me, myself, and my mother, Marissa. My mother, Lori Meyer, who's the Meyer of Meyer Vogl, and Marissa Vogl, who is the Vogl. And from the beginning, we've just invited artists who we like to say make us want to do cartwheels.
I like that a lot. That's
Mm-hmm.
very unique. How do you choose your artists?
They make us want to do cartwheels. When we first opened, we invited many artists who we had followed for years. We're all being in the arts community before. There was artists that we were like our favorites. We were like, we've got to invite this artist, and it kind of just started from there. Now we don't take on a lot of new artists often because we have already 25 people on our rosters. So when we do take in a new artist, it has to feel like just right. And typically that means because we do have all styles right now, it's like we're not going to bring in an artist whose work feels like the work of another artist in our gallery. We're really looking for something unique, someone who's
Right.
going to stand out.
I like that. What kinds of themes and styles are you most drawn to right now?
Not to harp on this, but really none. To me, like themes and styles doesn't matter as much as the piece itself, the artist itself.
Yeah.
There's just like the magic that draws you in. I mean, in my own home as like an art collector, I have abstract work, I have sculpture, I have like low country landscapes by my mother. I've got more traditional pieces. I've got photography. I've got pencil work. So it really
Little bit of
is.
everything.
It's just like the magic of the work itself.
I like that. What's something super interesting that's happened to you while you were in the gallery?
Oh, well, this is a recent one. There is a young lady who is 9 years old. Her name is Abby, and she lives in Nashville, but she visits Charleston once a year. Her grandparents live here, and she is like one of those kids who's just so enthusiastic about art. I mean, a lot of kids come in here with their parents and they're bored, and then there are those kids that walk in and they're asking you so many questions about the art. That's my favorite customer. But every year she goes around and she goes to all the galleries, and then she comes back the next day and she awards the galleries first place, second place, and third place. So she picks a first, second, and third. And last year we were so thrilled to get second. We were just over the moon. And just about 2 weeks ago, we got first place this year.
That's so fun. That's so cute. I love that.
Yes. So she made us a really cute award, and we're actually going to have it framed and put it up in the gallery because, I mean, there's no better judge, I think, than someone pure of heart, a 9-year-old.
Yes, I know. The innocence. I love it. What makes your gallery unique compared to others in Charleston?
Oh, well, I think something that we hear a lot. There's so many amazing galleries in Charleston, but a lot of times what we hear from people who come back is they just feel like a warmth and a kindness. So we, of course, the art is wonderful, but we also are a team of 5 women who just love to talk about art, love to make people feel at home, and we kind of curated and decorated the gallery to almost feel like a home. This building's been here for over 100 years, and it was once residential, so it kind of has this home-like vibe to it. We've got the candles going every day, and we just love chatting with people, and so we do hear a lot that people come back because they think we're nice and fun.
I love that, and that's very unique. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so we don't want to. I know, like, there's a kind of a reputation of galleries. I don't think this is true of Charleston galleries, but if you think of galleries in like New York or LA, that they can be super intimidating, and that's the opposite of what we're going for.
Right. Do you have a piece or an artist in the gallery that you think visitors often overlook but deserve more attention?
Oh, very good question. I would say our sculpture. A lot of times people are looking for paintings, things to hang on their wall. But we have some really cool 3D artists. One of them is a glass artist. He makes these really cool glass water bags, is what he's famous for. They're like look like the goldfish bag that you would take home from the fair. And then he also makes glass water balloons that literally look like a real water balloon that you want to throw. And then we also represent Glory Day Laughlin, who is a painter, a ceramicist, and a woodworker, and she makes these gorgeous um, wood sculptures. So
Awesome. And what was the sculptor's artist name?
the glass artist, Dylan Martinez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. What role do you think galleries play in keeping art accessible to the public?
A huge role. I mean, I think what some people don't know, and again, this is about Charleston galleries in particular, is that we don't expect everyone who's walking in the door to buy something. I think a huge part of what we do is get the community interested in art. We've got these like art walks every first Friday, and they're always packed. And everyone says like, "Oh, do you sell art at the art walks?" And not always, but it's just so exciting to be able to come back month after month and just start to get excited about art. So I think art is a part of Charleston's DNA, and we are so fortunate to have so many incredible galleries here. And yes, we like to make sales and support artists by giving them paychecks, but also just getting people interested in art.
Yeah, that's a good answer. What does art mean to you personally?
Oh, I got chills.
We're getting deep.
There's like, the feeling when you see a piece of art, and I'm not even just talking about visual art. I mean, a song, movies, a play, an opera. That feeling when something truly moves you. I mean, isn't that the point?
Yeah.
We all want to be moved. We all want to feel that something. So I don't think we would have that in this world nearly enough. It would all rely on, I don't know, personal relationships, which is
there's like almost like an
wonderful.
emotion to art.
Oh, very much so. So I think it makes, life beautiful.
I like that. I agree. Is there an experience or piece of advice that shaped your journey in the art world?
Like advice that someone gave me?
Yeah.
Well, I did work before I opened Meyer Vogl 10 years ago. I worked with Lee Limehouse at England Smith Fine Art. So that's where I kind of learned the ropes of helping run a gallery. I like to tell her I just like copied and pasted her like way of doing things. She's awesome. She's like one of my best friends. So I don't think there's like one particular piece of advice, but I learned a lot from her. And truly, what I think the biggest thing for me has been, though, in the 10 years is almost like the opposite of that, not following advice and just going with your gut and what feels right, even if you haven't seen it done before.
I like that. Which piece in the gallery has the most interesting story behind it?
I love hearing the stories behind all the art, and we get really excited when the artists give us background. But the one thing coming to mind is we had a recent exhibition for one of our artists, Susan Altman, and it was actually celebrating her 80th birthday, and she it was a retrospective of 40 years of her work, and we had in the gallery pieces that she had done 40 years ago. I also happen to be 40 years old. Well, now I'm 41, but I was 40 at the time. And there was a piece that I really love that was created the year I was born. And we have it in the gallery still, and I can show it to you.
All right. Wait.
Okay, so this is the piece by Susan Altman that was painted in 1983. It's really cool because it's much more than a painting. You can see it's actually collage. So she uses a lot of found materials. She uses whatever she finds around her house, really. And she's been doing that for 40 years. I really love this piece, and it feels extra special to me given the year it was painted.
Amazing. Can you show us a piece or a current exposition that you're especially excited about right now?
Yes. So at the gallery right now, we have a show by Lori Meyer, who I mentioned is my mother. And this show is important to us because, you know, she's the Meyer of Meyer Vogl, and I think a show by Lori feels like home. She is particularly excited, and collectors are also excited about her, what we like to call her low country jungles. It's kind of her own take on the quintessential low country landscape that you see a lot of. It is more jungly. So I'd love to show it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is one of Lori's low country jungles. So it is inspired by, she actually started painting them. She lives on, when she started painting them, she lived on Daniel Island and would go on these morning walks and just, I mean, we're so lucky to here in Charleston that this actually is, you know, what a lot of us see on our morning walks. No matter what Lori's painting, light is always the most important thing to her. So she could paint a landscape, architecture, figurative work. Light's always going to be the main character in the piece. But I love in her low country jungles all the different ways that light peers through. I mean, you know that feeling when you're in like a forest or a jungle, and you like walk through and you feel the light like going on your face in all a million different directions as it like goes through the trees. I just feel that very much when I look at these pieces. So I love them, and so do her collectors.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
If you could give one tip to someone starting their own art collection, what would it be?
Just get the art you love.
Yeah.
Don't worry if it matches the couch. If there's a piece that excites you, find a way to get it. A lot of galleries will, you know, do payment plans if need be. If you're looking for a piece of art, love it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's good. Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching, and yeah.